seems like any franchise, if you turn your head and squint hard enough, can be adapted to a pinball table. Heck, that's kind of how the industry survived for a time. Everything from the Addams Family to Kiss, Monopoly to Jurassic Park, has been home to a pair of flippers at one point or another. Console games, too, aren't immune to the siren song of flashing lights and chattering bumpers. Mario, Metroid, Marvel, and countless other franchises that don't start with the letter M, like Kirby. Yeah, that's the ticket. Wherever there's a niche, be it card games, pinball, or even marbles, Pokemon will be there. The ubiquitous critters invade two different tables in Pokemon Pinball, corresponding to, well, the two original versions of Pokemon, Red and Blue. As in the real game, you collect Pokemon, evolve them, and travel from town to town, except in this iteration, the end goal is a high score rather than to be the best like no one ever was. While there's still a Pokédex to fill, it's mostly there for replay value. You start on each table with no Pokemon, no points, and no chance to survive. You make your time by entering catch mode by hitting the outside loop counterclockwise 2 or 3 times. This silhouettes a Pokemon in the bottom screen, which you reveal by hitting the targets in the upper field 6 times. Once revealed, 4 quick taps and it's yours. Now you can hit the same loop clockwise 3 times and evolve it by hitting the targets indicated by arrows and collecting the EX, stone, or link cable icons. Keep note, though, that each of these 2 functions are under a 2-minute countdown clock. Once you've exhausted the selection of local flora and fauna, all that's left is to travel on. You change stages by hitting one of the Diglett, Poliwag, or Psyduck targets on the left and right of the bottom screen 3 times, then shooting the loop indicated. A new set of locales is made available after your 4th travel, and your 6th finds you at the venerable Indigo Plateau, home of the Pokemon League, and the really rare targets like that evil bastard Mewtwo. As one of the few Game Boy Color games to include its own Rumble Pack, Pokemon Pinball already stands out, mostly because its odd form factor prevents it from being stacked along with other games. But it's more than that. Sure, some attempts to cash in on the Pokemon franchise have been a bit, shall we say, desperate. I don't need my macaroni and cheese to use soft-boiled, no matter how super effective it is. But this pinball title manages to do justice to the overarching gotta catch 'em all mantra while still being true to the goal of pinball. Hit things, get points, don't drop the ball. That last point is aided by some, shall we say, generous physics. If you're stuck in a death lane, sometimes all you have to do is tilt the bejesus out of the table to magically fling the ball back into play, defying gravity, common sense, and human decency. A follow-up, Ruby and Sapphire Edition, followed for the Game Boy Advance, updating the Poké roster with the Generation 3 editions. For me, though, I'll just fondly remember the days when I slammed through battery after battery, town after forest, bumper to bumper. It's a fun take on the Pokemon mythos, though the bulky Rumble Pack makes it kinda strange to hold in any device save for the original Game Boy Color. Oh well, time to dust that bad boy off. Now where did I put my hat?